This program is brought to you by generous donations from the community and sponsored by Stifel Financial.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Lynn Forbes.
And I'm Paul Haas, and you're watching Nevada County Now.
Tonight, our On the Streets reporter brings you the sights and sounds from this Sunday's EarthFest celebration in Nevada City, capturing the color, music, and community spirit. Plus, we break down important changes to SNAP, also known as CalFresh, a food assistance program that could impact you.
And later, we prepare for Wildfire Awareness Month and discuss food entrepreneurship in Nevada County. Our guests in the studio will share their perspectives.
Don't go away. We'll take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back with Paul and the news.
Thank you to Stifel Financial, proudly helping individuals pursue financial goals, businesses and organizations raise and protect capital, and communities offer a higher quality of life. To learn more, visit www.stifel.com.
April is National Humor Month, so our Nevada County Now team headed out to find some local laughs. They met a visiting Colorado family who had a joke to share.
My name is Gilbert Martinez, and we're from Colorado, and we came over here to check out the town. And my joke is, how do you make holy water?
I don't know. How?
You don't know how? Okay, you boil the hell out of it.
A few laughs to keep National Humor Month going, and maybe a smile to take with you. Our Nevada County Now team also visited Nevada City's annual EarthFest Street Fair, where the community came together to celebrate sustainability with live music, eco-friendly vendors, and local organizations sharing ways to protect the environment.
Hi, I'm Annie Burlingham with Nevada County Now, and we're here doing this segment of On the Streets for Nevada City's 5th annual EarthFest.
It's a lot of fun vendors out here. We partner with the Chamber. The Chamber of Commerce really puts on this event, but tons of opportunities to learn about composting. Biochar folks are here. A lot of different educational opportunities, but also fun things to buy, fun things to eat, and just really a good time.
So what you're saying is if you go outside in Nevada County, you probably benefit from the Bear Jubilantra.
Absolutely. If you like to hike or bike or ride a horse and you've been on one of the trails, you're definitely benefiting not just from the land trust, but from the community's like excitement and involvement in like outdoor recreation.
It's our mobile classroom. We bring this out to educational events like this, teach people about land management using the elements as the foundation.
What we throw away doesn't disappear. It waits, it lingers, it ruins. But sometimes in the right hands, it transforms. Give it up one more time for Hot Trash and all of these wonderful models.
That's a wrap on this segment of On the Streets. Thanks for joining us. Remember, stay safe, take care of each other. It takes a village.
History, nature, and poetry will come together this Saturday, April 25th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Empire Mine. California State Parks and Sierra Gold Parks Foundation invite the public to Poetry in Parks, a community event set on the estate lawn of the historic mine or inside the clubhouse if it rains. Celebrating National Poetry Month and California Arts, Culture, and Creativity Month, the program features local poets and Sierra Academy of Expeditionary Learning students sharing work inspired by the site. Once one of California's oldest and richest gold mines, Empire Mine produced 5.8 million ounces of gold before closing in 1956. Today, its historic grounds provide a unique backdrop for art and community. The event is free with paid parking admission, and visitors are encouraged to bring a blanket or lawn chair. And there are changes to the federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, that took effect nationwide on March 1st. The 3-month rule refers to the eligibility period for certain benefits. Applicants must demonstrate financial need within the last 3 months where income and asset limits are assessed to determine eligibility. What changed on March 1st? Under the updated rules, if you don't live with a child under 14 and are an able-bodied adult aged 18 to 64, you must now work, volunteer, or participate in approved education or job training. You must do one of 3 things or a combination for 80 hours per month, about 20 hours per week, to continue receiving benefits. Groups that were previously exempt, including some veterans and people experiencing homelessness, may now be required to meet the 80-hour threshold unless they qualify for another exemption. Valid exemptions still include pregnancy, receiving disability benefits, physical or mental conditions that limit ability to work, or any qualifying activity must be approved by Nevada County Health and Human Services. This change affects over 2 million people aged 18 to 64. It is important to note that benefits were not automatically cut on March 1st. Instead, individuals who fail to meet the requirements can receive SNAP for only 3 months within a 3-year period unless they come into compliance. If you are a current SNAP recipient, confirm your exemption status with your local benefits office. Document all work, volunteer, or training hours, and make sure your activity is approved before assuming it counts. You can visit nevadacounty.gov or contact the County Health and Human Services Agency at 530-265-1340. And the Nevada County Democrats are hosting a free candidate forum on Monday, April 27th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Miners Foundry in Nevada City. Democrat candidates for Nevada City City Council, Nevada County Board of Supervisors, and congressional candidates, as well as nonpartisan positions such as the Superintendent of Schools, will also participate. Ballots are sent in early May, so this is a great opportunity to help voters make informed decisions for the June 2nd primary election. Don't go away. We'll take a short commercial break and be right back.
Looking for a way to connect with nature and protect the land you love? Bear Yuba Land Trust is your partner in preserving the beautiful landscapes of Nevada County. Whether it's hiking, volunteering, or supporting conservation efforts, your involvement makes a difference. Together, they're maintaining over 26,000 acres and over 55 miles of trails of stunning wilderness safe for wildlife, for future generations, and for you. Join the Bear Yuba Land Trust today. Visit bylt.org to learn more. Let's protect what makes this place so special. Bear Yuba Land Trust, protecting the land, preserving the future.
Penn Valley Fire is upgrading its emergency response capabilities with a new engine now in service. The Penn Valley Fire Protection District has added a new Type 1 Wildland Urban Interface engine at Station 43 on Spenceville Road. Engine 43 carries 650 gallons of water, can pump up to 1,500 gallons per minute, and seats 4 firefighter paramedics. The nearly $1 million engine is built to handle everything from structure fires to rural and wildland incidents and includes 3,000 feet of hose, extrication tools, and advanced life support equipment. Fire Chief Don Wagner says the purchase was made possible thanks to support from the Penn Valley Fire Auxiliary, along with generous community donations. The new engine is now in service. So I do have a joke for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Where did the spaghetti and sauce go to dance?
Tell me.
The meatball.
When my granddaughter is old enough to understand what a meatball is, I will definitely tell her that joke. Remind me in a couple of years.
I think
that's very cute.
Might get a kick out of it as well. We got to thank Madeline for that.
That's very cute. Thanks, Paul. Don't go away. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be right back.
In the heart of California's Sierra Nevada foothills, Nevada County isn't just a place to live, it's a community to thrive in. At the Nevada County Economic Resource Council, we're committed to supporting our local businesses, fostering innovation, and creating opportunities for entrepreneurs to grow. Whether you're starting a new venture or expanding an existing one, the Nevada County ERC provides the resources, guidance, and connections you need to succeed. Your success, our mission. Join us today and be a part of Nevada County's bright future. Visit ncerc.org and let's grow together.
Chrome will be shining brightly in downtown Grass Valley this weekend as the 39th annual Grass Valley Car Show rolls into town. Hosted by the Grass Valley Downtown Association, the popular event is set for Saturday, April 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Classic cars, hot rods, and custom vehicles will line the streets, drawing enthusiasts from across the region. The event wraps up with a trophy award ceremony at 2 p.m. at the Clock Tower. Admission is free and the public is encouraged to attend. More than 250 eye-catching cars, trucks, and motorcycles will take over downtown, ranging from timeless classics to bold custom builds and modern showpieces. Visitors can expect a lively, festival-like atmosphere with food vendors, music, and activities for all ages. And there's an interactive twist. Attendees won't just be spectators. Everyone will have a chance to vote for their favorite vehicle in the People's Choice competition, helping decide which entry takes top honors. Winners will be announced during the award ceremony at 2 p.m., where one standout ride will earn ultimate bragging rights. Organizers say if weather conditions don't cooperate, the event will be scheduled for Saturday, June 13th. With fire season approaching, Nevada County residents are encouraged to mark their calendars for the Wildfire Ready Festival and Expo in Penn Valley. The event coincides with the start of Wildfire Awareness Month and will be held at Western Gateway Park on Saturday, May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The family-friendly event will feature interactive and educational activities, including home hardening and defensible space vendors, along with a live grazing goat demonstration. Visitors can also catch a firefighter muster showcasing traditional skills and competitions, and even meet Smokey Bear. The County Office of Emergency Services will be on hand with information about a new emergency notification system, along with multiple agencies offering resources, grant opportunities, and expert advice for homeowners. Insurance specialists will also be available to answer questions. Food trucks will be on site throughout the event. Organizers also recommend the documentary Standing Dead, which examines forest health and the growing risk of large wildfires in the Sierra foothills. A link to the documentary is in today's show notes. Don't go away. We'll take a short commercial break and be right back with tonight's guest from the Nevada County Office of Emergency Services to discuss wildfire prevention.
Looking for a way to give back to your community? Join the Gold Country Kiwanis Club in Grass Valley. Kiwanis is a group of passionate local volunteers dedicated to making a difference in the lives of children and families. From organizing fun events to supporting education, youth programs, and community projects, together they are building a brighter future for Grass Valley. Be a part of something special, meet new friends, give back, and make an impact. Visit goldcountrykiwanis.com website today to learn more. Gold Country Kiwanis Club, serving the children of the world, one community at a time.
Joining us today is Paul Cummings, Program Manager for the Nevada County Office of Emergency Services. Paul brings more than 2 decades of high-stakes leadership experience to our community, having retired as a major from the U.S. Air Force. During his military career, he served as an Air Force air traffic controller and a U-2 mission planner at Beale Air Force Base. Since joining Nevada County OES in 2020, he has become a vital voice in local safety, overseeing wildfire mitigation, evacuation planning, and emergency preparedness. Welcome, Paul. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
This is a very important time of year for you.
It is.
I mean, it's an important job year-round, but this is an especially important, we're heading into fire season.
That's right. Yeah, this is the time of year that we, even though it's raining right now,
yes,
encourage.
Doesn't feel real.
It doesn't feel real, maybe, but remind the public that wildfire is an annual ongoing threat for us. And so as we start to move into fire season, this is the time to pull out your go bag, check in with your family on your plan, and start thinking about wildfire.
You know what I was thinking about? I saw the League of Women Voters did the candidate forum last night for the Nevada City Council, and a lot of the questions and discussion was around wildfire safety for Nevada City, of course, in particular.
That's interesting.
And and all kinds of things came up, like can you maintain the historic character of downtown and also use building materials that are true to the style and so on. So a lot of these kind of things that people are worried about with their homes, because I think what happens is get out your go bag and all of these things kind of become rote in a way. People don't really take them, I wouldn't say seriously, but it doesn't feel there's an urgency around it until
something happens.
Yeah.
So I think what you heard at that League of Women Voters meeting was how important it was to many of our community members to maintain what's important to our community, our lifestyle, while still preparing for the threat of wildfire.
And both are true. I mean, both can happen.
And I think that's what we're asking people to do right now is let's not be scared, let's be prepared.
Right.
Let's take this time to do those things we talked about. Look at what you might do if there's a wildfire. Have a conversation with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your kids. This is a great time to sign up for emergency alerts.
There's a new one.
There's a new emergency alert platform in our community now. So we used to use Code Red.
Right.
A lot of people were familiar with that. We've switched to a different platform now, and we're branding this as Nevada County Alerts. So if you are new to the area and you haven't heard of Nevada County Alerts or Code Red, which was the old vendor. Now, if you sign up for these alerts and there's a wildfire or a major winter storm or even a law enforcement action, our office, the Office of Emergency Services, or the Sheriff's Office, or law enforcement in general, can send out a text message, a phone call, and an email notifying you of what's happening and giving you directions like evacuate, shelter in place, you're cleared to return home.
Got it.
It's a really important way to stay informed.
Yes. So if there is an emergency, you will get a text, a phone call, and an email, correct?
If you've signed up with those mediums.
Right. I did just the other day, actually.
Great.
Don't wait. You don't want people to wait to do it. You want them to do it now.
That's right. This is the time to do it. And so you go to readynevadacounty.org/emergency alerts, or you can call 211 and they'll help you sign up.
Okay.
And the great thing is now with our new vendor, you can sign up for up to 5 addresses because this system is location based. So you can put your kids' school in there. You can put your parents' address, perhaps, maybe your work center, so that you're getting informed when these things happen at all the places that are important to you.
Yeah, because if you're at work and something's happening and you're not necessarily getting the alert for your home address.
That's right.
Or you are getting the alert for your home address, but not for your work address. So that makes sense. So I think there's a test coming up as well, right, of that system?
That's right. And we're still onboarding that system and doing a lot of training with it. So I would ask folks to keep signing up, stay tuned to trusted news sources, like Nevada County Media, UBANet, Union Online, KNCO, KVMR, social media, all great places to bring in information when something's happening. Look at all of those and, make decisions that are best for you. But with that information, you can then make a decision on what you might want to do during an event. But if there's information that's directed specifically for you, we'll send that with our Nevada County Alerts messages.
Right. That's really important. And then the other emergency alert systems that are in parallel with this involve the high-low sirens, correct? And what other?
That's right. Yep. So the high-low siren is a great backup, so that while it's important for everybody to sign up for these alerts, and we'll message you, of course, if something happens, and we'll message those by evacuation zone. That's another great thing to check into right now.
Right. What zone
evacuation
are you?
zone are you in? We want folks to memorize that.
Yeah.
That's not something that you sign up for. We want you to know your zone.
Yes.
But we'll send those evacuation alerts by zone. But for some reason, if it didn't get through to you, or if the cell phone network was all clogged up, or if there was a power outage that impacted telecommunications, our last line of defense is law enforcement has these special sirens that sound like a European style siren.
Yeah, they're very distinct.
They're very unique.
Yeah.
And if you hear that siren, it only means one thing: evacuate, and evacuate now.
Right. That my husband and I say that all the time. If you hear in our Firewise community, which is really active, if you hear the high-low, don't think.
Yeah, just
leave.
go. And sometimes that's the only indication that some people have had, that we tried all the other ways of notifying them, but because of everything that was happening, all they heard was the high-low, and it saved their life.
Oh, gosh. So back to the zones. How does one find their zone?
A great place to do that is go to our readynevadacounty.org/dashboard. That's a great place to get information during an event so that you can see the zones, and they'll be toggled different colors if there's an evacuation happening. But you can also type in your address and see where you live and find out your evacuation
Really
zone.
important to know.
Yeah.
Stamp it on your hand, put it on your fridge if it's still magnetic.
That's right. Get a magnet.
Wherever.
That's right.
So you remember
Put it
what
in
your
your
zone
phone.
is.
And you mentioned your Firewise community. That's a really great way to stay involved with your neighbors around the topic of wildfire and safety in general. This is another great time of year to go knock on their door, introduce yourself, see if they have a plan, maybe have shared conversations about how you might support each other during an evacuation, looking at things you could do to reduce the fuel load around your property.
Yes.
This is the time to do that defensible space work.
Yeah.
So that means clearing hazardous vegetation that if there were a fire in your area could burn next to your home and set your home on fire. So you can work together as a neighborhood to reduce the fuel load all around your neighborhood and make yourself safer. And then have those conversations about how to get ready and stay ready.
And there are resources for experts to come and help you figure out what to do as far as clearing zones and such on your property or in your neighborhood. Is that correct?
That's right. There are defensible space advisory visits that you can coordinate through your Firewise community. And then you can go to the county if there were a true hazard that you wanted to work through with you and your neighbor. If there was a complaint that you wanted to file around or if there was an area near your home that was hazardous, you can go to readynevadacounty.org and look up the defensible space page. And then we have defensible space inspectors that can come out and take a look at your home.
Because you're only as safe as your neighbor's property, right?
That's right.
You can do all the work on yours, but if your next door neighbor is not paying attention or is an absentee, resident,
yes,
you've got to try to stay on top of that as well.
That's right. And readiness is a community mission. And so our defensible space inspectors and the defensible space advisors really try to work with folks to get them to work with each other to make each other safer, make our whole community safer.
Yeah, our community, is very active, but we also have little potlucks now and then and get-togethers, just so we get to know each other. And it's always better when you know the person.
That's right.
As opposed to just a presence next door. So
that's right.
That's really important. So this is Wildfire Awareness Month, I believe, correct?
That's right.
May is.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. And are there are special events happening? And
there are some events that are happening. Yeah, it sounds like you guys have already mentioned them, but I would suggest, again, tuning into those trusted news sources. Follow OES online. We'll be talking about some of them. The Firewise communities are also going to be talking about those and see what's happening in your neighborhood. And really the purpose of bringing awareness to this in May is to get us ready for fire season and to get us talking and to bring us together around this problem set.
Right, really important. Well, thank you for your leadership, and please come back and give us some updates. We are happy to help the community with all the information we can give them.
Would love to. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much.
See ya.
Don't go away. We'll take a short commercial break and be right back with our guest, Robert Trent from Sierra Commons.
Are you looking for a unique hands-on experience for your group? Nevada County Media offers field trips for all ages that inspire creativity and curiosity. Explore the world of media production. Learn about live production, animation, podcasting, and more. Our field trips are perfect for schools, clubs, friend groups, or organizations who want to have fun learning new skills while learning teamwork. Schedule your field trip today by visiting NevadaCountyMedia.org. Discover, create, and have fun with Nevada County Media.
Joining us now is Robert Trent, founder and executive director of Sierra Commons, a longtime advisor to rural small businesses with more than 25 years of experience in planning, marketing, and public relations. He's worked with Sierra Small Business Development Center, helping hundreds of entrepreneurs launch, grow, and sell their businesses. Trent was named 2024 Business Person of the Year by the Nevada City Chamber of Commerce and also received the Sierra SBDC Center Star Award for his impact across the region. He joins us to share insights on building strong, sustainable rural economies. Welcome, Robert. Nice to have you here.
Thanks so much.
I know you guys have a lot going on over there. I read about it all the time and on Uvanet and in the union. What are some things that you would love the community to know? What are some new projects?
Well, we are starting our latest food entrepreneurship training on Tuesday, which is really awesome.
Very.
Yeah, we've been working on a program for a couple of years now to help strengthen the local food web by helping entrepreneurs start and grow in the food sector, which that's restaurants or value-added food products, food trucks, and the like.
Yes, yes.
So that's happening. We have a forest entrepreneurship program where we're helping communities stay safe while giving opportunities to the young folks to get jobs and create jobs for themselves that are quite high paying and in high demand.
What kind of jobs are involved?
Well, we help businesses start and grow, so they're entrepreneurs, so they're creating a job for themselves as well as hiring other people.
Right.
But forest entrepreneurship is really wide. Well, at least what we're calling it could be what you might just think of land clearing or arborists or traditional like forestry,
landscaping and forestry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's much broader. There's house hardening, there's a pine cone collection and forest, planting trees, or we've had students that inoculate wattles. So after the fire comes through, and it's helping with the erosion, but it's also strengthening helping the land heal
Wattles,
as well.
What a great word.
Yeah.
Love it.
Those things that stop the runoff.
Yes.
So wood products where, you take special woods from the forest that, pines that have blue stain, and then they make it with high-end molding for housing and just anything that has to do with the forest, because we're obviously surrounded by forests, and
of course
it's in crisis.
It's
so
part of our blood. It is who we are.
So and then we do general entrepreneurship, which we've been doing for almost 17 years now, the Business Igniter course. We just graduated a cohort last week. It was our largest cohort ever, 22 students.
Oh, wow.
And we have a new relationship with Sierra College. And so we did the course there for the first time. It was so awesome.
Oh, that's exciting. So a lot of collaboration, a lot of partnerships to make this as relevant to the students as possible and helpful.
Yep, exactly.
I'm sure. So I have a question for you. I have a new business idea.
Okay.
We have a lot of pine needles on our property, and we're just wondering whether there's an energy, source. Can we create something, a compressed, fire log or something out of all the pine needles on our property? Nobody else has pine needles but us, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, your property alone, your property alone may not be enough to sustain a business. One of our students in Yuba County is doing a whole biomass plant and business.
Wow.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of effort. There's a biomass plant effort underway in Grass Valley. So that's a big issue.
It is.
Especially with the fire safe councils and people trying to...
how do you clear? What do you do?
What do you do with all that mass?
Yeah.
And so people are working on that solution on small scale. There's biochar, which the pine needles might not be a perfect candidate for that, but small diameter wood.
Yes. What other kinds of small businesses are you seeing springing up that you're excited about? Can you give us an example?
Well, this area, besides having a lot of forest, there's a lot of artists, so there's a lot of creative people here, and I love working with creative folks, jewelry makers, and specialty products There's a lot of people that want to do community oriented things, whether it's a place for gathering, community building in special niches that they're connected with somehow. It's so rare that we have a student that wants to I want to sell this cheap thing on Amazon and make a killing. It's like, I want to do something that's meaningful to me and our community and make a sustainable living for myself and,
That's interesting.
And my kids.
Is that true of this current crop, this current generation of entrepreneurs, or have you noticed that over your long career that people come with the idea of improving the world or helping our community?
It's definitely a trend. I mean, it's multi-generational, and it's kind of like what the culture of Sierra Commons has developed into, is that we attract that type of folk. Not to say that people that want to do other types of businesses aren't welcome. They are welcome, but it just seems like when we do a cohort, it's like we had someone doing, I do AI, and everyone was like, oh, really? But it turns out it was amazing how to apply AI to do benefit to nonprofits.
Right. Oh.
So it's, even though there's this tech that might be scary, in a way that it's applied that uplifts the community.
Yes. Yeah. A different way of looking at a tool. Like AI.
Yeah.
It seems to be, quite prevalent in our society now. So may as well find ways to incorporate.
Exactly.
So this is exciting. And so your food cohort starts next week or this week?
Next week you can go to sierracommons.org and sign up.
Okay, all right. And we expect samples when the time comes.
Oh yeah, we always have a graduation party where the students show their either sample or sell or wherever they are, depending on their license.
Right, that's true. Right.
But just sign up for our newsletter at sierracommons.org, and we have a list. Another cool thing that people can get involved with is in May, every Sunday in May, the brew house in Nevada City is donating $1 per pint. And so we're doing thematic things every Sunday. There's 5 Sundays in May, including Mother's Day.
Okay.
And so from 4 to 6, the Sierra Commons will be there, and we have either a food meetup, forest meetup, meet the board of directors, etc.
So people can come, public can come and meet the entrepreneurs as well?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And if they're curious about starting a business, then they can just find their people.
Yeah, and have a pint. Okay, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. A pleasure.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks.
Well, folks, thank you for watching this edition of Nevada County Now, your choice for local news brought to you by locals. We'd love your input about the show, what you would like to see on future shows, or if you would like to be a guest or contribute as a host, writer, or producer. Please email your ideas and suggestions to news@nevadacountytv.org. And please help us spread the word about Nevada County Now. Together, we can keep our community informed. So until next time, have fun getting out there to explore all our community has to offer. Good night.